In a quiet neighborhood of a big city lived a man named Jack. On the outside, he seemed like a simple, hardworking, religious man. The neighbors respected him. But deep inside, he carried a sick and twisted mind. His daughter, Alizay, was a young and beautiful girl. Alizay dreamed of becoming a doctor. She studied day and night with passion. She often shared her dreams with her mother. But Jack disliked all of this. He would say, "Girls studying only brings shame to the family." Alizay stayed silent, but inside she was breaking. One day she told her mother, "Mom, I got admission in a college outside the city." Her mother, with tears in her eyes, whispered, "We must hide this from your father." But Jack overheard the conversation. His face turned red with rage. That night, after everyone had gone to sleep, Jack opened a secret room. The room was filled with damp walls and darkness. On the floor lay only an old mattress and empty dishes. Jack suddenly called out to Alizay. She walked down nervously, trembling with fear. Her hands were shaking. Jack slammed the door shut and locked it tight. Alizay screamed, "Dad, what are you doing?" Jack replied coldly, "This is your fate." Alizay collapsed on the floor, crying uncontrollably. Outside, the neighbors believed everything in the house was fine. No one knew there was a prison hidden below. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Alizay's face grew pale and weak. The light of hope in her eyes began to fade. Sometimes she tried to see the sky through a tiny window. The blue sky reminded her of freedom. Her mother would secretly bring her food sometimes. If Jack found out, he would beat the mother too. Alizay prayed day and night for someone to save her. For the outside world, she was as good as dead. But inside, she still clung to life. Sometimes she could hear the laughter of children outside. She thought, if only I could play with them too. Time passed, and her youth slowly withered away in captivity. Scratch marks from her nails covered the walls. Her tears had dried into stains on the floor. Sometimes she shouted for help, but above there was only silence. One question haunted her heart. Will I ever be free? One day, the police came to the neighborhood for another case. A policeman heard strange noises near Jack's house. It sounded like someone was crying for help from below. He signaled to his partner. Together, they knocked on the basement door. From inside, Alizay's faint voice cried, "Help me!" The officers looked at each other in shock. They tried to break down the door. Jack came rushing down from upstairs. He shouted, "This is my personal matter!" The police pushed him aside and restrained him. Finally, the door burst open. Alizay flinched as the bright light hit her eyes. She cried out, "I'm alive!" The officers carried her out. The fresh air touched her face. For the first time in years, she saw the open sky. The neighbors were stunned. They could hardly believe it was really Alizay. Her mother ran and embraced her tightly. Tears filled everyone's eyes. The police handcuffed Jack. There was no regret in his eyes. A trial was held in court. Witnesses revealed the entire truth. Everyone was shaken by Alizay's condition. The judge sentenced Jack to life in prison. The police took him away in chains. The government offered Alizay support. She was given medical treatment and a chance to study. And so, one daughter proved to the world that no matter how dark oppression may be, the light of hope always wins.